I'm going to rest 6. Very good, mistress. Where shall we go? Back to Elbereth. Is this the only place we can go? Yes, mistress. And yes, I know that we can activate the gate, but we'll just be taken to the vault. It will be the end of the game. Don't want to do that. I'm sorry that I'm doing this whole back and forth, back and forth. I just realized that by avoiding Iox the entire playthrough, I'd actually prevented myself from speaking with Miari and learning more from Huang this whole time, and I do feel bad about that. That I deprived us of that opportunity. Wait, is there something up here that I've never seen before? I don't know if I've ever come up this way. Good faith to you. Yes? Tread softly. What is this? I've actually never tried coming up here before. Can I even? Or does it prevent me? Oh no, I have to follow him around. I would just make a path through. Is there anything on the ground? This is new and exciting. Is there someone up here that I can speak with? There's something under here. Nothing. I must have been mistaken. Oh. Wait, was that another ramp or field to somewhere? Unless I can go around. So people live outside the city walls if they don't have a means to go in, per se? I was hoping there was something more up here, but doesn't seem to be. And I can't get beyond those bushes, so I am unable to see the outer rim of this area down there. Let's head for the ship 6. Excellent, mistress. Leave the moon. This way, mistress. And so we left the surface of Elbereth. For the bajillionth time. Let's see if we get another message from Mayari. Aboard the Nightingale. No? Nothing new from you. Mistress? Looking out the window at the nebula. Is this really it? Because yeah, we can go to the unknown ancient site. There's still so many unsolved inscriptions, and they all have words that are tangentially related to one another. It is possible if we were to, say, go through them again. I fear the stranger. It's odd. Treasures of great value. The water either heals or joins us. If we could get back to Amadu, that would open up a lot for us, but I still think that we're only able to venture to Iox or to the unknown site. would think house, home and place, that this would be a given at this point. Yeah, earth, book, and of. Yeah, carry the crystals from the serpent's eye. It just makes sense. Yeah, it just makes sense. That one, the stranger again. Yeah, the Emperor sees through every falsehood. Falsehood makes sense just because of the X. Faded freeze. Yeah, the goddess's law. There's just so much that we have yet to uncover. Let's start sailing. I'll prepare the chalks, mistress. Has anything opened up to us, aside from Iox? Oh boy. I'm going to go to Iox one more time, and if there's nothing new with Miari and Huang, then I'll continue to the Unknown Ancient site. Eagle's Pass. Sailing to Iox in Ioxian space. And I'll let him sail us back. And then we'll see if there's just any more that Huang can decipher. Anything more that Miari wants to discuss with us. Because, yes, there's the language of Elbereth that can actually communicate with the robots. Activate the gate. She knows the history of... I mean, the ship with the island... It just sounds like it was an ark to take humanity away. From their old home, which, yeah, they said that the children were taken first, and then their land. Aliya, you're back. It would make sense because people are starting to have fewer children, and then everything is crumbling away and there's less water. Oh, Huang. How are things going here? I've been reading up on plant species without much of a break. I've made a few finds recently. Show me. Ooh, the square foil, but that has something in it. Inscribed piece of a flask. Have you ever seen anything like this piece of a flask? Let me see that. There's a fragment of an inscription. I read it as, your friend in time of need. You know, I think you're correct about need. Want. Thanks, Huang. Now, I've seen something similar, if I remember right. And it's also had a script. Let me see now. Yes, this is it. How many things are in this room? This was written on a broken brass pot. It was found on in a Renaki house. What was that, 11 years ago? This one's a broken piece from an even longer phrase. And it's a long one. This will be promising. Okay. So... Treasures. Will this finally solve treasures? Treasures of... Oh. Here of... Treasures of... Something skies. Drink? Something. Blood? And here of... Oh, probably wine rather than blood. Treasures of my... Mistress, that translation is clearly incorrect. There must be another possibility. Of course, it's going to cross out do. So, drink something. And here of the treasures of blank skies. Ah, yes. I believe I remember the word drink, mistress. And treasures must be right as well. Drink, blood, probably wine. Because wine is a dark red color. Drink wine and hear of the treasures of me, peace, and this. And hear about the treasures of other are endless. Probably other skies. You and then the other. I could still change my mind, but drink rocky and hear of treasures of other skies. Do you have anything more like that? Let me see. How about this? It's a picture of a fragment from a glass bottle. It was found in an Elberethian temple several years ago. Drink. Yeah, raise your goblet. And laugh silent vault. And cry out. Raise your goblet and cry out. Do you have any more like that? Let me see. No, nothing comes to mind. I'll take the piece of a flask to the archives then. Take it then. Good faith to you. I'll be back shortly. But is he only able to do this 2 or 3 times, I think? Before we run out of options? Solvable inscriptions. Ooh, a lot. Your friend in time of need. That makes sense? The 7th god drinks from the waters of the Nebula. Well, we know that. Carry crystals from the serpent's eye. That's true. There was a lot of drinking going on in this book. Nah, the gift of water was given for many moons. It's a bit much. And this book tells of what will come. That makes sense. Oh, no! Okay. Everything this book tells is true and nothing is false. I mean, everything just makes sense. Be sure. Well, we know it isn't goblet. Angry love and watch. Nah, it doesn't have much for the anger in it. Yeah, it's probably be sure, be grateful. Book and gardeners and of. It just... Throat makes sense, but it just doesn't sound right. Gift, give, and toward. Yeah, I think that's why it's devotion. And he has nothing more to say about the book. He was supposed to be looking it over. Oh, we actually prevented him from making his journey. So, the loop. The loop, the histories of all. So a long, long time ago, there was a people and they were living on an island that was slowly sinking. And first, it took their children away. Maybe it wasn't taking them away in the literal sense, but maybe it prevented them from having more. And then it was just crumbling into space. All of these moons are just masses of rock that somehow have a gravity that isn't... They're not inside spheres like planets and traditional moons are. They're just chunks. I don't know how the gravity is working on them. But yeah, just dwindling away. So they created a massive ship and they sent this ship across the stars, but were humans grown? Did they have cloning chambers, cloning devices? And the robots tended to them, brought them up, but then for a long time, I don't know if they coexisted or what, but then maybe humans found a way to... Oh, he's back. To copy their consciousnesses over to them, and... I've got a few things for the curators. Oh, yes? Take a look at this statue. May I take a look? The inscription reads, "May the gods hold your heart." Fascinating. Interesting. I've seen something a bit like that, I think. That was also inscribed. Let me see if I can find it. Here. It was a stretching god devotional icon. It was found adrift in the waters near Renaki. A stretching god? I've got some of these words in my notebook, but I'll have to take a chance on it. What the gods do not... Here, watch... But is, was, is... Oh, this is definitely an is not. What the gods do not know, probably, is not. Because the gods are supposed to be omnipotent. What the gods do not know is not. Do you have anything more like that? Let me see. How about this? This is the script from a cracked sculpture of the climbing god. It was found buried here on Iox back in my father's day. The climbing god? Do they mean the sky god? Okay, what do we have? The temple provides... Wait. This doesn't make sense. What about the safe? Oh, the temple saves you? Those? Oh, it saves those. Who? Is there a who? Because this is a question mark. It's like the who, what, when, where, why all start with this symbol. And this is the symbol for a person. Save those who follow. That makes sense. Do I have another word? Unless I need to put follow in last. It's so frustrating when it doesn't get it. The temple saves. I mean, I could do you follow, and it would probably... No, it has to be those. Wait, I do have who. Never mind. I feel stupid now. This doesn't feel right. Oh, that's not the word for temple. Okay, saves those who follow. But body? Gods? Oh, it's just the gods save those who follow. I convinced my translation for who is correct now. The gods save those who follow. By the stars. That was a long one. Do you have anything more like that? And I'm pretty sure he's going to say no. Because he's already given me 2 at a time. No, nothing comes to mind. The archivist will enjoy the statue. Take it. In good faith to you. I'll be back shortly. Let's see if Miari has anything to say. That, or do we have any... We really don't have any new inscriptions that we can... That's all? Time to depart, mistress? Soon. Not yet. Because I have a feel that at this point, everything's wound down. We should have been coming to and from Iox all this time to slowly get this information. But we saved it to the end. Or I did. My suspicions. I just didn't want to give up the crown, but... Well, I wonder why she hasn't had me speak to the Emperor. That would be nice. Aliya. Yes? Is the university flourishing? I think so, Aliya. Perhaps one day you'll spend a bit more time here and see for yourself. Is that it? No more stories, no more prophecies? Nothing more about how I'm supposed to be potentially the reincarnation of this Mazwai who was a scholar and a traveler? Be seeing you, Aliya. I don't know. If there's nothing really more to do here, even after all the places I've been to and she hasn't called me for another reaction per se, I don't know. Does enough time have to elapse? Maybe I'll try to go talk to Wang one last time, and then I think we'll be going to the place where the 3 rivers meet, or whatever they call it. No? Nothing more from Huang? We still have so many inscriptions that are left unsolved. And we know that that's what. I'll see you soon, Huang. Or never. See you soon. Are you ready to go now, mistress? Do it. Leave the moon. This way, mistress. And so we left the university. Continue. Aboard the Nightingale. Well, guys, I think this will be it for going to and from Iox. I expected Mayari to ask her more about what's inside 6. Maybe try speaking with him some more. Yeah, I could try asking the Cat Cascade to go to Heaven's Vault. Oh wow, that unknown ancient site is pretty small. Maybe it's because we've been looking at some additional pieces. But no, we have to go there next. I believe we will. Well then, let's take to the river. Let's take to the river. I will ready the sheets, mistress. And we'll stop this continuous cycle of going to and from Elbereth. Even though I'd love to go to all of these other moons. Or at least back to Ronaki. I really should have jumped into the Serpent's Eye crater and found out what lay there. Well, something you can always try in the next loop, I suppose. Huang had found a reference to this place in the Chronicles of Marswai, a moon at the knot of the rivers. 6 believes the place is where the necklace of shells and the curious altarpiece came from, and other artifacts I found from the area among the oldest I've ever seen. I know enough to find the site now. Let's sail. Ioxian space. Sailing to an unknown ancient site in Eagle's Pass. You should go right next, mistress. Oh, well, can't he just take us to the edge? There we go. I'm going to rest. Yes, and so he's taken us there. Though there may be some more ruins around here if we're fortunate enough to find them.
I found my first ruin the second time I went sailing. I was trying to get back to Elbereth, but of course I missed the turning and I found myself on the twisting rivers of the Wires. I pretty much screamed the whole way down. But at the bottom, there it was. A hunk of rock with a dome. Big enough to tether to. I found a brass eagle. And I took it home to Mayari, like I'd killed the thing.
Like a cat or a dog. Oh, that's interesting. So that flows into this. Back on Iox, Huang mentioned a reference in Marswai to a knot in the rivers. That just goes in a loop. But that also goes this way. There's so many paths. A place somehow linked to Heaven's Vault. I wonder if that place could be this place. Such a description could be anywhere, mistress. Ah! Ah, no! We missed it. Will both of these go back there? Nah, this is the most expedient route. I like finding the ruins because the more we do, the more inscriptions we uncover. Yep, that looks good. Go this way. Even though we've already pinpointed the location of the ancient site, for the most part, I would like to find more artifacts. Just to pad out the dictionary a little bit more. And where are we going? Yes, we're going to go straight to the artifact. Hopefully we'll get a swifter stream. Ah, it feels good to be back on a real river again. Let's not miss it this time. So it'll be left. It is a very interesting design for a ship. Too bad we've never actually been able to stand alongside it well. And we're almost there, aren't we? Yeah, there it is. It looks like a shipwreck. Yep, that it is. The structure is barely intact, mistress. There is nothing here. What? What? I came all this way? For nothing? Oh, now it's giving me the option to going to Iox or Elbereth next. Now we're still going to the unknown site. Because we could continue going back and forth to Iox forever. But this will ensure that we'll get closer to finding the Heavens Vault. It's been such a long time. I've absolutely enjoyed discovering all the different locales and a few of the characters that we've interacted with. But mostly, I've enjoyed learning the translations. They must have spent quite some time developing the symbology for all of this. How you structure the words together grammatically to create them. Because with so few symbols, they've been able to achieve a lot.
I once thought I saw a fish in the waters of the Silk Pass. But maybe it was a mermaid.
They believe in mermaids? Or they have mermaids in their mythology? It is interesting that for mythological creatures, many of them are just chimeras. But I suppose in that instance, it's because you take what you know and you make something similar from parts and pieces. Because if you think about it, can you create that which doesn't exist? I mean, could people have ever really thought up of computers or machines? I suppose, in a way, it could be like an extension of a mirror. Oh. Our data suggests the unknown ancient site is in this vicinity. Aww. What, now it's showing us all the ruins we missed? Well, looks like going here. No way back. On a slow current. It seems to be sparkling, though. If these really are waters, how are they given paths? Oh look! That rock has the sign for water on it. Maybe? Was it carved there? Or drawn there? There it is. The ancient site. I think we found it. I will activate the hopper now, mistress.